Welcome to Sports Live Media on YouTube. It's your guy Sports Live with today's video. The Sugar Bowl is going to be coming up soon between Texas and Washington on January 1st. So I thought it would be kind of cool to just go back through history and find out how it got started, who it was started with, and the results of the games that they've had since they've been playing it. A little bit of a history lesson. So here we go regarding the Sugar Bowl. The idea was originally presented in 1927 by Colonel James M. Thompson, publisher of the New Orleans Land, and then the sports editor Fred Digby. Digby was the one who came up with the name for the game. Each year from 1927 to 1934, the call to start this game went unheeded. The first Sugar Bowl took place at Tulane University. Tulane hosted the event every year from 1935 to 1974. From 1975 to 2005, it was hosted at the Louisiana Superdome. In 2006, the game was moved to Georgia, to the Georgia Dome due to significant damage to the stadium as a result of Hurricane Katrina. From 2007 to 2011, the game was held at the Louisiana Superdome. From 2012 until 2021, the game was played at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Since 2022, it has been held at the Caesars Superdome. With the exception of 2006, the game has been held in New Orleans, Louisiana. The Sugar Bowl has been use of the college football playoff semifinal matchups in 2015, 2018, 2021, and will be part of that again on January 1st, 2024, when number 3 Texas plays number 2 Washington. The game itself has been played the first week of January every year with the exception of 4 years, and those years that they were actually scheduled were 1972 through 75. It was played on New Year's Eve, December 31st. Some of the later years when the college football playoff came to be, then you had some of those dates as well as December 31st, but generally it's the first week of January. The Sugar Bowl is considered in a tie with Orange Bowl and Sun Bowl for the second oldest bowl game in the country. Let's see, since this bowl game has a lot of history with it, let's see how it played out from the beginning in 1935 through last year. All of these games will be listed as January 1st, January 1st from 1935 to 1938. In 1935, Tulane 20, Temple 14. In 1936, TCU 3, LSU 2. In 1937, Santa Clara 21, LSU 14. In 1938, Santa Clara 6, LSU 0. January 2nd, 1939, TCU 15, Carnegie Tech 7. January 1st, 1940, Texas A&M 14, Tulane 13. Okay, so from January, it was held on January 1st, again from 1940 all the way to, let's see, 1955, so we'll go from there. January 1st, let's see, 1941, Boston College 19, Tennessee 13. 1942, Fordham 2, Missouri 0. 1943, Tennessee 14, Tulsa 7. 1944, Georgia Tech 20, Tulsa 18. 1945, Duke 29, Alabama 26. 1946, Oklahoma State 33, St. Mary's in California 13. 1947, Georgia 20, North Carolina 10. 1948, Texas 27, Alabama 7. Okay, let's move on. 1949, Oklahoma 14, North Carolina 6. 1950, that was on January 2nd, Oklahoma 35, LSU 0. So from 1951 all the way through 1960, it was on January 1st. So 1951, Kentucky 13, Oklahoma 7. 1952, Maryland 28, Tennessee 13. 1953, Georgia Tech 24, Ole Miss 7. 1954, Georgia Tech 42, West Virginia 19. 1955, Navy 21, Ole Miss 0. 1956, Georgia Tech 7, Pittsburgh 0. 1957, Baylor 13, Tennessee 7. 1958, Ole Miss 39, Texas 7. 1959, LSU 7, Clemson 0. 1960, Ole Miss 21, LSU 0. All right, so January 2nd, 1961, Ole Miss 14, Rice 6. So from 1962 all the way to 1966, it was on January 1st. So 1962, Alabama won that game 10-3 over Arkansas. 1963, Ole Miss 17, Arkansas 13. 1964, Alabama 12, Ole Miss 7. All right, let's see. January 1st, 1965. Let's see. LSU 13, Syracuse 10. 1966, Missouri 20, Florida 18. January 2nd, 1967, Alabama 34, Nebraska 7. 1968 through, let's see. Okay, so from 1968 to 1972, it was on January 1st, and then there was another game on December 31st, but we'll get into that. So from 1968, LSU 20, Wyoming 13. 1969, Arkansas 16, Georgia 2. 1970, Ole Miss 27, Arkansas 22. 1971, Tennessee 34, Air Force 13. January 1st, 1972, Oklahoma 40, Auburn 22. December 31st of 72, Oklahoma 14, Penn State 0. 1973, New Year's Eve, Notre Dame 24, Alabama 23. December 31st, 1974, Nebraska 13, Florida 10. Let's see. December 31st, 1975, Alabama 13, Penn State 6. January 1st, 1977, Pittsburgh 27, Georgia 3. January 2nd, 1978, Alabama 15, Ohio State 6. January 1st, 1979, Alabama 14, Penn State 7. January 1st, 1980, Alabama 24, Arkansas 9. All right, so from 1981 to 1983, the game was held on January 1st. In 1981, Georgia 17, Notre Dame 10. 1982, Pittsburgh 24, Georgia 20. 1983, Penn State 27, Georgia 23. January 2nd, 1984, Alabama won that. I'm sorry, it wasn't Alabama. It was Auburn 9, Michigan 7. January 1st, 1985, Nebraska 28, LSU 10. It'll be the 1st of January from 86 through 88. So in 1986, Tennessee 35, Miami and Florida 7. 1987, it was Nebraska 30, LSU 15. 1988, Syracuse 16, Auburn 16, and that ended in a tie because this was before the overtime rules existed. Let's see. January 2nd, 1989, Florida State 13, Auburn 7. January 1st, 1990, Miami and Florida 33, Alabama 25. In 1991, Tennessee 23, Virginia 22. 1992, Notre Dame 39, Florida 28. Those games were held on January 1st. So from here out, I'll read the date because they could vary. January 1st, 1993, Alabama 34, Miami and Florida 13. This game was the national championship game. January 1st, 1994, Florida 41, West Virginia 7. January 2nd, 1995, Florida State 23, Florida 17. December 31st, 1995, Virginia Tech 28, Texas 10. Let's see. Next page is this. All right. January 2nd, 1997, Florida 52, Florida State 20. This was the national championship game that year. January 1st, 1998, Florida State 37, Ohio State 14. January 1st, 1999, Ohio State 24, Texas A&M 14. January 4th, 2000, Florida State 46, Virginia Tech 29. This was the national championship game that year. January 2nd, 2001, Miami and Florida 37, Florida 20. January 1st, 2002, LSU 47, Illinois 34. January 1st, 2003, let's see, that was Georgia 36, Florida State 13. January 4th, 2004, LSU 21, Oklahoma 14. January 3rd, 2005, Auburn 16, Virginia Tech 13. January 2nd, 2006, West Virginia 38, Georgia 35. January 3rd, 2007, LSU 41, Notre Dame 14. January 1st, 2008, Georgia 41, Hawaii 10. January 2nd, 2009, Utah 31, Alabama 17. January 1st, 2010, Florida 51, Cincinnati 24. January 4th, 2011, Ohio State 31, Arkansas 26. This game, Ohio State ended up having to vacate due to NCAA sanctions. Don't know what those were about, but I'm sure it wasn't good. So, moving on. January 3rd, 2012, Michigan 23, Virginia Tech 20. January 2nd, 2013, Louisville 33, Florida 23. January 2nd, 2014, Oklahoma 45, Alabama 31. January 1st, 2015, Ohio State 42, Alabama 35. This game was a college football playoff semifinal game. January 1st, 2016, Ole Miss 48, Oklahoma State 20. January 2nd, 2017, Oklahoma 35, Auburn 19. January 1st, 2018, Alabama 24, Clemson 6. This was a college football playoff semifinal game. January 1st, 2019, Texas 28, Georgia 21. January 1st, 2020, Georgia 26, Baylor 14. January 1st, 2021, Ohio State 49, Clemson 28. This was the college football playoff semifinal game. And then 2021, January 1st, 2022, Baylor 21, Ole Miss 7. December 31st, 2022, Alabama 45, Kansas State 20. The Sugar Bowl will take place this time, January 1st, 2024, and the game is Texas versus Washington in college football playoff semifinal game. The game itself will be broadcast on television on ESPN. The location of the game is Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana. The game will kick off at 7:45 p.m. The winner of the game will advance to the national championship game, which that game will be held on January 8th of 2024. Anyway, thank you for taking the time to hear this history of the Sugar Bowl. I know it's a lot of information to go through, but thank you again for taking the time to listen to it. I do hope that you'll please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button, please hit the notification bell so you can be made aware of when I do these historical videos on sports, when I do sports information videos, sports educational videos, sports action videos itself, live broadcast, and any other pertinent sports-related information. Anyway, I hope you all have a great day.